Entering single values all along. Let's say now I want to accept a range of inputs from the user. We want to have a collection. For example, now you want to calculate the average score of a student in an exam, or the average score of 20 students in an exam. How do you do that? Do you ask them to enter the numbers one by one, then calculate it one by one? That is messy to do. So one data type that solves that for, remember we've done integers, doubles, and strings. Another type that we normally use is called arrays, A-R-R-A-Y. So what I'll do, I'll start a new project. Magnifier is loading. Okay, I'll start a new project. I'll call it arrays. Click on enter and then create the program for me. Project rather. So here we'll be talking about arrays. Now we can have an array is simply a collection of variables or values with the same data type. So you can have an array of integers, just like we are here now. We are human beings. We are a collection of human beings. Just like if you go to the farm, you have a collection of chicken, collection of cows, on and on like that. So you can have an array of integers. You can have an array of strings. String array. You can also have an array of doubles. You can have them on and on like that. Now, how do you assign values to them? You can decide that, let's say for example, you want users to input such values. You just initialize and say int array equals a new instance of this. Am I right? No. That would be new int. Then you declare the size. Yeah. So 23 means this array contains 20. Let's just say we are calculating the average age of 10 students. So it means we are initializing this array to 10. That means we are storing 10 distinct values inside that array. Let me increase the zoom of this to 150. Yeah, life is better this way. So it means that this int array will contain 10 elements. So if let's say we do the same thing for what's it called, string array. We can say this contains 10 elements also. But let's say we want to put the values there beforehand. It's very simple. Now note the kind of bracket I will use here if I'm initializing the value. When I'm declaring the size, I use the square brackets. But when I'm assigning values to it, I use the, what's it called now? The wavy bracket. Okay, so we can have 2.5, 2.2, 3.1, 3.212, on and on like that. 8.43. We can have it on and on like that. Let's just leave it to these 4 values. I love my code to be properly. Space. So in this space we are, let me just put that comment. We are initializing the arrays with a value. Initializing okay. Array with value. On the top here, for these 2 ones, we are initializing the array in initializing array without elements, but defining the size. Let's hope we get to using collections and stuff. There's a more data type where we don't have to define the specific size, but for arrays, either you declare the size or you assign values to it from the start. There are more forgiving data type that allows you to expand, but for arrays you normally don't, you are not able to expand the size of it. So let's say now we want to assign values to it. In C# and most other modern programming languages, the first elements, we call this kind of data type zero-based types. It means that the first element starts from 0, not 1, and the last element starts from the maximum length of it minus 1. So the maximum element of this, let's use this int array for example now. The maximum value, the minimum value, the first element in this array will be int 0. This will be the first element of this array. This will be the first element of this array. Then we can assign the value to it and say true. Oh, sorry, I have to use this int array. So it means the element at index 0 has a value of 2. This is the first element of the array. So if you say the last element will be what? What will be the index? 9. Exactly. And the value will be anything we assign to it. Let's say 3.
What you are trying to do now is this is 10 to count from 0 to 9.
Exactly. So the first element starts from 0. The last element will be the length of that minus 1. So let's say now, let's say we want to accept values to this array. But I've not actually gotten to that part of using for loops. Let me see. Okay, we'll get to that part in just a bit. So there's no project option there. Give it a name. Arrays, it shows you use not array. Arrays. Array is a reserved word. If you use it in your naming, you're in trouble. Click OK now. I have no idea what that error is. Try to install Visual Studio. This one installed. Okay, so what will be the value of the fifth element of this array? What will be the index of the fifth element? Hello? Index of the fifth element. Index of the fifth element. 4. Correct. Let's give it a value. So we can go on and on like that. We do the same thing to this string array, no problem, no issues. Let me get some spaces off here. Okay. What the hell is that? Okay, I have to chill a little bit. 12, C sharp 12.